Oh,
Yes.
the beautiful sound of Tuesday.
Oh my gosh. Have we really done this for 104 weeks straight? 2 years. 2 years. It is unbelievable to me. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is a very special Beer Baseball Blogcast. Let me pour my beer before I pour it on myself. I was saying before we went on the air, well, we've done this so many times. Why am I nervous? But it is a special night, to say the least. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have a big show planned for you tonight. And so let's just jump straight into it. Because why wait, right?
From the top.
Hey, Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, the adventures of craft beer and baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 104 for April 26, 2022. Boys, we have made it. This is our 2-year anniversary. Thank you so much, everybody out there, for watching, giving us a purpose every week. Really quickly, this was born of the pandemic. We were stuck at home where I had been encouraged to do some YouTubing weekly at that point, try to get more followers, get more views, really take the Beer Baseball blog further, because we're all locked down. We couldn't go to baseball games, couldn't go to breweries. So we decided, Angelo reached out to me and says, hey, you want to do something? I said, yeah. So that's how it all happened, literally. And so we've created this amazing show. We have amazing people that watch every week. We can't thank you enough. And last year we had an extravaganza, a cavalcade of stars, if you will. And this year is no different at all. We do have some things before we start. If you'd like to support us in our efforts here at the Beer Baseball Blog, check out our Etsy store. You can buy our stickers, buttons, and beer coasters. Go to beerbaseball.store. If you'd like to become more involved with us, become a Patreon member for as low as $5 a month. Go to patreon.com/Beer Baseball. I'm going to scroll our wonderful, fabulous Patreon supporters right here that support us every week. Thank you so much. If you'd like to support us, you can go to patreon.com. Here is the lineup card for today. In the leadoff spot is the VP of Content Development here at the Beer Baseball Blog, Angelo Trinidad. Welcome.
Thank you. Hey, today is a huge milestone, 2-year anniversary of Beer Baseball Blogcast. But before I talk about the 2-year milestone, there were also a couple life milestones in my life this past weekend. So this past Friday was my wife, Allie, and I, our 5th wedding anniversary. And there's a beautiful picture of us on a sunset cruise in St. Augustine, Florida from a couple weeks ago. And additionally, the very next day on the 23rd, this past Saturday, was my middle son, Levi, his 4th birthday. So happy birthday, Levi. Happy anniversary to my gorgeous wife, Allie. And also I see Ian out in the chat. Levi also shares a birthday with Nikki. So happy belated birthday to Nikki as well. So Mongo, Cowboy Jack, thanks for giving me the platform to celebrate these life milestones and to celebrate this 2-year milestone of the Beer Baseball Blogcast. So I was talking with someone over the weekend, and we're either really passionate about craft beer and baseball, or we have a severe drinking problem, or both.
Let's not discount any of them, right? We're enthusiastic, to say the least, about baseball and craft beer.
Yeah,
We're Renaissance men when it comes to beer and craft baseball.
Yeah,
absolutely. And you know, having a craft beer and baseball show on YouTube definitely helps when you drink as much as we do every week.
I don't know if you guys wrote off your beer skis on your taxes this year, but you were allowed.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Angelo, congratulations, dude, and happy birthday to your beautiful son, man.
That's awesome. And
Ed had to point out that I didn't thank Kevin, but Kevin's not here at the moment. I'll thank Kevin when I see him.
He will
like
be
always, and
yes.
he will be here shortly on assignment currently, on assignment on the I-5 freeway.
That's right. Our field correspondent, senior research analyst, and social media manager, Kevin Lyon, will be here shortly, or at the same height. But hitting third is the Goodwill Ambassador and the Sultan of Swig at the Beer Baseball Blog. It is Cowboy Jack Durango.
You should have seen by the look in my eyes, baby, there was something missing. You should have heard from the tone of my voice, baby, but you didn't listen. Yeah, I meant every word I said when I said that I love beer. I meant that I love beer forever. And I'm gonna keep on drinking beer. 104 episodes, 2 years in. Thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Let him hear it. Yes.
Let's go.
I love it. Wow. I think that's how you got on the show in the first place. You got your audition tape. You did a similar thing, no?
That was in my audition tape, yes. Funny fact, I thought I was auditioning for Fear Factor. That's why I wasn't wearing any clothes and eating raw animals.
It all makes sense now. Yes. I got it now. Very good. Well, you're a big star. Angelo, you're a big star, Cowboy Jack. But we have other stars that are going to be on tonight. I'm Michael Mondragon, your humble host, and I've been getting emails, I've been getting phone calls, telegraph. I got a mimeograph back there that's still going. But everybody wants to be on the Beer Baseball Blogcast, our 2-year anniversary, but only a few can be on. And wait a second. Am I getting a call right? I am. Wait, hold on.
What's up, Michael? Mondragon Sklar Brothers here. First of all, I love the name Mondragon. Sounds like a hotel that,
like up on the Sunset Strip.
That's where Vin Diesel got his, he was discovered at the Mondragon.
That's where Steven Seagal hangs out.
Also, Mondragon sounds like the last name of like a villain from a 1980s movie, like the Beverly Hills Cop, like the one that just released.
Mondragon Industries.
We got to get out to Mondragon. There's a weird incident that happened at a firing range.
But here's the thing. I think also Mondragon could be a Pokemon character in Pokemon Go that no one can get.
Everyone talks about. He does a beer baseball blogcast just like you. Congratulations, 2-year anniversary.
2 years. That's amazing.
104 podcasts every week. Jose Oquendo would be very proud.
He would be proud.
He is #1 twice. I love Jose so much. Like, Jay and I threw out the first pitch for Jose Oquendo bobblehead night.
First of all, I threw a curveball and I threw a strike.
Second of all, I tried to dip down and throw one Dan Quisenberry style, and I threw it so far left that I brushed back Rachel Maddow. Folks.
You hit like an old
I hit an old man who was a photographer, and he probably can't walk anymore.
There you go.
Point is, we just our favorite craft beer, we should tell you, is
McMinimans.
McMinimans makes craft beer in Portland, and it's one of these beer places that they're like, they never went national, so everyone in Portland and Oregon loves McMinimans, and they always like take
over like these old buildings and put in like a cool bar that's like also a movie theater in a school.
In a elementary school. Have you been to the McMinimans elementary school? We're like, yeah. Have you been to the McMinimans orphanage? We're like, should we be partying where kids got whipped over there?
And speaking of whipped, there's a fabulous head on top of this McMinimans
dark ale.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm like a McMinimans Pilsner. I'm in there all the way. That's our favorite craft beer. Any of theirs. Their red amber is so good too. Hey, wishing you all the best. Continued success on the Beer Baseball Blogcast. Here's to at least 2 years more and many more after that.
Wow.
I had to mute myself, dude. That was fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I forgot to mute myself, so I'm sure you could hear me giggling over here.
Awesome. Sklar Brothers, some of my favorite comedians. They're from St. Louis. They actually made they did Cheap Seats. which is awesome. And they're also they have a video, and I'm not sure what it's a part of, but they had a big push to get Jose Oquendo into the Hall of Fame. So if you know anything about Jose Oquendo, he actually played at literally every position. So yeah, the secret weapon, they used to call him. So that's awesome. So the Sklar brothers, huge fans, and I'm a huge fan of McNenaman's, which they talk about going up to Portland. He's absolutely right. It's all in all these really crazy places, but they have great craft beer. Speaking of craft beer, let's do this. What are you drinking tonight? We're gonna start with. Let me get this out of here. Move. Boom. Wow. There we go. Angelo, what do you have tonight?
So I'm really excited about this one. I've been wanting to try this one for quite some time, but I've been trying to avoid getting stuff from Stone just because I've drank it quite frequently on the show. I'm trying to try different things, but been wanting to try this one for a while. But I'm drinking the Stone Fear Movie Lions Hazy Double IPA. This one is a hearty 8.5% ABV with an IBU of 60. So this has Laurel and Mosaic hops with hints of tropical and citrus notes. So this one is definitely advertised as a hazy, but as you can see from the consistency of it, not as hazy as what we're used to as seeing hazies. That's also because this is not only is this a hazy double IPA, but it's an unfiltered hazy double IPA. So I'm sure that's why we get that kind of consistency. So this one definitely isn't as fruity or as juicy as some hazies that we've had here on the show in the past, but still very, very enjoyable. And I'm excited to finally have this one.
Right on. And right on cue.
Hey.
Yes. Kevin Lyon is here.
Hello. Yeah, I'm actually early this week. I thought I was going to be here for a few more minutes.
Yes.
But the Sklar brothers. Oh my gosh, that's tremendous.
Yeah, man. Wasn't that awesome?
Hey, by the way, Michael, you're welcome for that.
Yeah.
I found that oh yeah, you gotta go for him.
Next, Cowboy Jack. Now, this is a special beer for the Beer Baseball Blogcast. Tell us about this one, Cowboy Jack.
So tonight, what I am drinking is called the Seth Beer.
Yeah.
It is brewed by the good brothers at Richter Ale Works of Peoria, Arizona. They always throw out good, very, very good beers. They actually turned me on to the Saison. Early in my run in the show, I was drinking a few Saisons from them. Always brew a good beer. This one, and I love the can, man. It's so DIY. Like, what'd you get? Just Seth. I got the Seth beer. Arizona Diamondbacks' favorite son currently.
And a friend of the show.
And a friend of the show, which we're going to cover at the end of this. But this is a blonde ale, a 5.2 ABV, a 28 IBU. So typically blonde ales, I'm going for like a Scottsdale blonde, a Barrio blonde, all Arizona beers, and those are just crushable beers. What I did is I got 2 of these crowlers, and it is 64 ounces of pure crushable Seth beer ski. It is solid. What I love about this, it's like a light hazy IPA. Like if there was a hazy IPA light, it would be this beer. You could drink it all day. This is fantastic.
Love it. So Angelo with a rock solid Stone, a Richter Ale Works, a popular one for you. You actually turned us on to Richter, and that's how I found out that they have a Seth beer.
Right.
So I'm so glad that you put that in there. I'm going to go with this. This is the Metaplex. I actually had another one from Unsung Brewing in Anaheim, California. This is the Metaplex single hop IPA, 6.5 ABV, no IBU. It is flexin with 100% Mosaic hops. Metaplex packs a fruity punch of pineapple and grapefruit, and it's quite dank, and I say it is a strong contender for beer of the year, in my opinion.
Wow.
It's so good. It's so tasty. It's definitely a West Coast beer for sure. And wow, I'm so glad that we got to go to Unsung, Kevin.
Oh yeah, and we did that late. That was like a last minute decision, and I'm so glad I did. Because did you say that last week's beer, the Let It Out, was that one of your favorite beers, or are you talking about this one?
Both of them are
Because you were saying last
amazing.
week you love that beer.
I really miss Unsung. I miss being in the area, and then we had Monkish. I'm just like, I'm just so glad to be out and about and going to the breweries.
You were in my Bermuda Triangle of beer.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Guys.
Yeah, so good. And definitely check out Unsung. If you're in there, comic book themed, definitely worth the trip. You may spend a little bit more, but it's definitely worth it. And Kevin, this is a favorite of yours.
Oh, and hey, we're talking about my Bermuda Triangle of breweries. The can I have tonight is the one on the left there called More Thrills. It's the 2-year anniversary, so I'm like, let's go big. This is a hazy triple IPA coming at 10.4%. I got 2 pints here. I'm not going to be drinking 4 tonight. But you know what? I thought it was going to be later than this. I thought I'd be in a rush. Vines laugh, relax, and enjoy this behemoth of a beer. Drips of tropical flavors and sweet fruit nectar. Its thick orange juice-like appearance has aromas of tropical fruit, peach sorbet, and calamansi citrus. Exhilaratingly juicy flavors of guava, mango, and papaya are derived from Mosaic, Citra, and Nelson hops, with a subtle warmth on the finish from its 10% ABV. These guys are dangerous because there have been 2 other triple IPAs. I know I've had them on the show. I believe, Michael, you've had them before.
Yep.
Like, you would drink 2 of these and you're done, and you wouldn't even know you drank a 10%er.
Yeah.
You have Major Third, and I still have your 1-2-9-900 Jacks. They're still sitting in my fridge.
Drink them up, baby. Drink them up.
It's for you. It's for you, sir. I got to get it to you.
Thank you. Thank you, baby.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah,
cheers out there. Hope you're all drinking and celebrating.
Happy 2nd anniversary. Wait, is someone's calling in? Yes.
Oh.
Well, hi, Mike, and all you beer baseball bloggers. It must be Tuesday. I'm Nancy Faust, and I'm just delighted to be able to join you and wish you well on your 2nd year of Tuesday night blogging fun with beer, talking baseball. You've heard a lot of that Take Me Out to the Ball Game if you ever went to Comiskey Park between the years 1970 and 2010, because I played every game there. And I'd play that, but now you wouldn't hear me play a lot of beer songs unless it was during the Vec era, because it seemed almost invariably on Friday nights after the 7th inning stretch when we'd all sing, we'd look over on the top in the right-hand field in the upper deck, and you'd see one beer followed by another beer being thrown around, and it became just a beer fest. Of course, that's when beers didn't cost $12 a bottle, a couple bucks probably, and it was just another dimension of fun at the old ballpark. So when I'd see things like that happen, of course, it was my job to reflect the action out there. So I'd play one of these beer songs, and I think it might be good for all of you to hear, so you can sit back and relax and enjoy your Tuesday evening. Here's some mood music for you. Let me see. Of beer on the wall for you youngsters. And what else did we have there, Joe? Roll Out the Barrel, and In Heaven There Is No Beer. Well, I'd like to play a little quiz for you folks. I'm not going to tell you the name of these songs, but if you've been tuned into commercials, or your parents perhaps, You would have heard these beer commercial songs, and I'll leave it up to you to name which beer each jingle represented. One was very simple, just 5 notes that you'd hear at the beginning of each commercial for this particular beer, and it went like this. All right, and here's another one. Let me see, what else do we have here? Okay. Sound familiar? Okay, now you can sit back and relax with this one. Well, if you've ever been to the St. Louis to see the Cardinals play, you would have heard this song. Well, Mike, it's been a pleasure joining you. Have another 20 years. You're off to a great start. I know you have a lot of followers, and I will be among them this time and every time. Have a good night, and congratulations.
What a legend. Wow.
Wow. That was so good.
With a tear in my eye, I have witnessed the greatest day in beer baseball blog history. Nancy Faust, in another lifetime, I would be sliding in those DMs right now. Thank you. That was mind-blowing.
Talking about in another lifetime or at the conclusion of this broadcast?
Exactly.
Well, kayfabe, brother, kayfabe.
And so to give some people background, she said she literally was there for 40 years with the White Sox. And she was full-time, I believe, for about 35 of those years. In those 35 years, she only missed like 5 days when she gave birth to her son. Otherwise, she didn't miss any White Sox game that entire period. And then I think she was like doing weekday games the last 5 years of her career with them. And that's not enough. She did some time with the Chicago Blackhawks, the Chicago Bulls. Michael, she was with the Chicago Sting.
Wow.
That's the Chicago soccer team. I know you appreciate
that.
Because I was hashtag doing the research on the way over here. And she's also well known for incorporating the Na 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 Hey Goodbye song. She's the first one who started playing the organ and brought that into sports. And now you'll hear that song every single sports game you ever go to.
Right. And she had like walk-up songs, and then like, you know, if it was the person's I saw there was a video of like Harold Baines walking up to the plate, and she'd do like happy birthday and everything. It was totally the sounds of the game. She's definitely a big part of that, and a friend of the show now. Like I love it, and she's awesome, and you know, possibly a potential Hoppy Hour interviewee. We're putting it out there to the universe. That'd be fantastic.
Please.
And I would be hard pressed to not want to nominate her for the 2022 Diamond Icon.
There you go.
I like that. I like what you're saying right there. All right,
I'd like to nominate her for the future Mrs. Cowboy Jack Durango.
we would not wish that on her. Please stop it.
That's a good point. Good point.
Sorry to tell you, when she mentioned to someone named Joe, that is her husband.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
The dog. I'm glad that Joe filled the dog running, because that was fantastic.
Oh, that was tremendous. Well, what an awesome thing.
And
Right.
please, we need help on these beer songs, because we're all just like, did you get any of those, Mongo?
I think Ed got hams in there, which is amazing. I wouldn't even have even guessed that.
A lot of like 70s.
That's
stuff.
awesome.
And there could have been some Midwestern beers in there too that we wouldn't be.
That could very well be too. Yeah. All right, so there we go. All right, so let's get into it. It is. I don't want it full. There we go. All right, so let's get into this day in baseball history for April 26th. April 26, 1902, professional baseball gets its start in Durham, North Carolina, when the Tobacconists, renamed the Bulls 11 years later, play an exhibition game against Trinity College, which is now known as Duke University. Unfortunately, the North Carolina League is disbanded just after a month of play. And except for 1971 through 1980, when minor league baseball didn't exist in the Research Triangle City, the Bulls will continue to play in Durham to this day. Now, I'm going to put this out to everybody.
And on cue, Michael.
Yes. Oh, look at you, the Durham Cervezas, right?
There you go. I just had that right there.
I love it. Okay, so does anybody know what the Research Triangle is?
I do not.
So I did not either until I heard it's actually it's Durham, and it goes all the way down to Raleigh, and
Chapel Hill.
Yeah, Chapel Hill, right there. So that's the Research Triangle, which I had no idea existed.
What do we know why it's called this? You figure I would know. I was around back then. I think
it has to do with universities, if I had to guess.
I believe that it does.
Oh,
Yep.
That would make sense. Yeah, because Chapel Hill is where North Carolina is. I don't know what schools in Raleigh. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah. But yeah, so I learned something new. And interestingly enough, in 2019, the Durham Bulls became the Durham Tobacconists for 5 games.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
they actually
Oh,
took back, which is awesome. A great callback, right?
And that's great too, because you figure, we can't be tobacconists because
right.
But that's cool. They were like, we don't care. We're gonna represent our history.
Yeah, they brought it all back.
Right on.
So a beer and baseball story. This is a great one.
So real quick, who's the most famous Durham Bull?
Well, I mean, obviously the movie Durham, Bull Durham, it's I would say Kevin Costner, but
no, Crash Davis. Come on,
Crash Davis.
Excuse me. Yes.
I mean, you would,
is it Nuke LaLoosh?
Yes.
Ooh, okay, all right, Angelo, you got a guess?
It's not Annie Savoy.
No,
it very well could be.
She's famous for them.
Yeah, no guess.
It is a tie between Chipper Jones and Jackie Robinson. How you doing?
Oh wow! Look at you.
Ooh. Nicely done.
Because I was thinking Chipper, but I didn't know that Jackie played there. Wow, very good.
That's very cool. Very cool. So a beer and baseball story. April 26, 1962, Commissioner Ford Frick finds Casey Stengel $500 for appearing in uniform for a beer advertisement, which shows the Mets manager ready to bunt. Dan Daniel, longtime New York baseball writer, opined that neither Stengel nor the Mets actually paid the fine. He hinted that the fine was paid by Rheingold, who was the beer company, who considered $500 a publicity bargain. So the girl in this ad, Kathy Kirsch, she's holding the ball, will later become known as Cornelia, one of the Joker's women in the 1960s Batman TV series.
Whoa.
She was also Jethro Bodine's recurring girlfriend on the Beverly Hillbillies in his 3rd season.
Oh my goodness gracious! Wow.
So interestingly enough about Kathy Kirsch here, she won a Miss Reinhardt beauty pageant to earn the job to do these advertisements.
Wow. So it was a whole contest to do this.
Correct. Just to appear in these ads.
Wow.
And that's interesting too, because wouldn't you think Rheingold was a sponsor for the Mets?
They were. That was the whole deal.
All
Because and that was the kind of the contradiction here was that they said like, oh, you can spend, they were spending like, I think it was $1.5 million to be a sponsor, but they said like, but nobody in uniform can sponsor it. It's much like the tobacco things as well. So there was a lot of pushback on that. Speaking of the same person who was in this story, right? Casey Stengel.
Yep.
On April 26, 1965, Casey Stengel wins his 3,000th game. Now, we just had Miguel Cabrera has his 3,000th hit. Casey Stengel won his 3,000th game as manager when his amazing Mets score 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning to beat the Giants at Candlestick Park 7-6. The old professor, the former skipper of the Dodgers, Braves, and Yankees, won more than a third of his games, 1,149, during his 12-year tenure with the Bronx Bombers. So yeah, I just love Casey Stengel. What he
went 150 in these 4 years. I mean, come on, with the Mets, come on,
right? Exactly. He earned every bit of that 3,000 for sure.
Jeez.
So this is what I love about this show is I get to learn about Casey Stengel, but also I get to do a little deep dive into history. And with Casey Stengel, that $500 that he was fined in 1962 was it's worth about $4,760 in today's money. Now, the man who fined him that money, the man who levied the fine against him, Mr. Ford C. Frick, is going to be the subject of this Sunday's Hazy History with Kevin Lyon and Cowboy Jack Durango.
Right.
And I will do a deep dive into Mr. Frick and his association with, who is this, Bob Costas to Hank Aaron, and a very sordid tale.
Ooh.
That's coming to you this Sunday.
That's been part of the fun because Jack is finding out what really happened in some of these things. You know, we've learned about the snitch we learned about Merkel's boner was there was definitely a narc in there.
Yes,
there was a narc and there was an inside conspiracy as we discovered with the umpire in that game. Good job, Jack.
So with Marge Schott being one of the heavy hitters of terrible people in baseball, I'm going to introduce the next heavy hitter this Sunday.
Love it.
We'll see. I doubt it's going to be Judge Kennesaw Mountain Landis. We could do a whole series of shows on that, man.
Exactly.
I'll take that bet, Kevin.
Oh, I know. We could do a few shows on that. I know. You think Ford Frick's worse? Come on. There's no way.
April 26, 1987 at Cleveland Stadium, Rickey Henderson becomes the first player in baseball history to hit a home run off 2 different 300 game winners in the same game. The left fielder's solo homer in the 8th inning off Phil Niekro and his 2-run blast in the 9th off Steve Carlton aren't enough to thwart the Tribe's 6-5 walk-off victory over the Yankees.
That is insane.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
What a crazy stat.
It's crazy.
Back-to-back innings. Not even the same game.
Like Niekro and Carlton. Can you imagine? I mean, those are your late inning guys. That's incredible.
I'm just fascinated by that one. Wow. That's pretty crazy. But just think of Carlton or Niekro as a reliever. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
And
it's early, and it's in April, so it's at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
All right.
What a solid accomplishment, man.
Totally. I think that Angelo is going to like this one quite. But also, go ahead.
He's ready.
Do you think that he has his top button unbuttoned to be sexy, or is that just unintentional?
I think if Rickey Henderson could have all the buttons unbuttoned, he'd have them all unbuttoned.
Exactly.
Ricky would say Ricky could unbutton his buttons if he wants to unbutton them.
Yeah, that was swagger back then, to have that top button down. And Jody brings up a good. Actually, no, it's not Jody. It's Mike. What's up with the helmet logo?
That's really weird.
As well.
Yeah.
Oh, that is interesting. Wow.
Yeah, it's totally. It's kind of. I noticed it too when it was the first thing I noticed. That I'm just like, what is that? Is it the Hanshin Tigers? It's
I don't know what's going on there.
It looks really different.
Dude, whoever's in charge of applying the logo got all brothered up and just screwed up, dude. It's fine.
No attention to detail.
It might be that guy who was who worked in their clubhouse for like 60 years. You know, by this point, if that guy's still alive, man, he probably could barely even like do anything.
Exactly.
Jeez.
But Kevin and Angelo, I think, are going to like this one a lot. April 26th, 1989, joining Reggie Jackson and the Reggie Bar, Ken Griffey Jr. becomes the second player in history to have a candy bar named after him when he signs a contract with the Pacific Trading Cards Company. Unfortunately, the Mariners center fielder can't enjoy the popular confectionery because the 19-year-old rookie outfielder is allergic to chocolate.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I do, I can tell you, Michael, I remember getting this Ken Griffey Jr. bar when it came out.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow.
I was going to ask Angelo if he had this.
I had it.
Never, but I'm on eBay right now.
I want to say they made somebody else too, but I can't recall off the top of my head.
Okay, so that's awesome that you bring that up. What's another one?
Oh goodness, I gotta make me think here. In '89,
buy
already bought it.
Oh, what do you got?
Right there. It's
ready to buy one?
It's $12 for 3 of them.
I'll Venmo you. Buy them.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know where I say it, but I know for sure Ian, you wrote addicted to chocolate, allergic. I don't know if that was a typo on your part, but Ken Griffey Jr. is allergic to chocolate, so he couldn't even eat it if he wanted to.
Oh, did I put addicted?
No, Ian wrote addicted, so I was just correcting him, or maybe he just wrote it wrong.
Oh yeah, he's allergic. He's allergic to chocolate.
Yeah, no, you said it right. Was it like Tony Gwynn or something like that? Or is that just the one?
I don't remember. I don't remember one, but there's think about it. Think of the biggest one ever that someone.
Oh, Baby Ruth. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I thought too. So although the name of the candy bar sounds like the name of the famous baseball player Babe Ruth, the Curtis Candy Company traditionally claimed that it was named after President Grover Cleveland's daughter, Ruth Cleveland. Now this is where it gets tricky. The candy maker, located on the same street as Wrigley Field, named the bar Baby Ruth in 1921. As Babe Ruth's fame was on the rise. 24 years after, Cleveland had left the White House, and 17 years after, daughter Ruth had died. The company did not negotiate a deal with Ruth, and many saw the company's story about the origin of the name to be a devious way to avoid having to pay the baseball player any royalties. Okay. In a patent appeal, and to add further complication to this is insane. In a patent appeal, Curtis successfully shut down a rival candy bar that was approved by and named for Babe Ruth on the grounds that the names were too similar.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. That's crazy.
Talk about ballsy.
So do you want to talk ballsy? He's saying that this has no ties to Babe Ruth.
Right.
So what he did, he set a 5-cent price point, which translated to today is 80 cents. You could buy one of these for 80 cents. You can't even buy a Baby Ruth now for 80 cents, right? Also, you know what he would do? He would hire planes to fly over stadiums during Babe Ruth games and drop them out of planes with little parachutes. No lie. What? I'm not lying. Yes. Yes, he would.
Wow.
Yes, he would.
Wow. That is oh my God. I mean, it's so good. So good. And
that's a shoot, dude. That he would like. I read like 3 articles where they said that this guy was the Willy Wonka before Willy Wonka. His name was let's see here, Otto Schneering.
Okay.
But look at how much money he defrauded the Babe Ruth family and estate.
For real. For real.
And I'm Stacey. Who bought Curtis out then? This company, Curtis. Who makes Baby
Ruth?
Nestle.
Oh, it is Nestle. Okay.
There you go. And by the way, Hanna-Barbera also says that Yogi Berra is not named for
Yogi Bear is
Yogi Bear for Yogi Bear. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Well, we're gonna go on, but I keep on. Wait, what is going on here?
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Well, Michael, here I am congratulating you on your 2-year anniversary of the Beer Baseball Blogcast. Well, congratulations on that. Well, Michael is you, I guess, and Kevin, or maybe it's just your sons, Kevin and Michael. They grew up on This Week in Baseball, the baseball bunch, Krylon, no runs, no drips, no errors. Angelo and Cowboy Jack are new students of the Johnny Bench catching, I guess, etiquette or theory or performance. Whatever it is, I'm sure you got it. And craft beer, I'm not a big beer drinker. We had the Coors franchise at one time, and I'll have a Coors or I'll have a Corona or something maybe once in a while, but I like the old margaritas. I guess everybody does. So I'm not real sure if I could give you a great craft beer. I'd have to ask my son because he's quite into that. But everybody loves beer, I guess, and it makes you a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It makes me unwind, and sometimes it makes me feel mellow. Well, that's enough of that. Anyway, congratulations on that 2-year anniversary. Hope you have 3 next year, and let me know.
Wow.
Bro.
Wow.
We just got serenaded by Johnny Bench.
Bro, that
All right,
was
Cowboy Jack, you're fired.
that was Johnny effing Bench. I am turning in my 2 weeks. Brother, you can not only can you have my spot, Johnny Bench, but I'm be sliding up in them DMs later. So I can't believe knowing that Kevin and his deep, deep love for Reggie didn't know what happened with the Reggie bar.
Well, I never did the research. I mean, I know about the famous day where they threw it on the field.
Yes,
But that's
exactly.
Well, we
In
talked
New
about
York.
that. We talked about it on the show before.
Right. Like
Yeah.
in New York. I
Yes.
thought you were going to, I for sure thought
I
that you
didn't
were
have
gonna
to
make
do that. We
connection.
discussed it before. You know,
Yeah.
I became a fan of his. He was on the Angels, when he went. That's when they're still a major league franchise. Don't make any jokes about that.
But in light of last weekend's performance by Yankees fans, like,
Oh, yeah.
doesn't it? It's just like nothing has changed. New York sports fans are still garbage.
Yep.
Like, it's just a bunch of like Irish New York dudes like, hey, Marky, Ricky, Danny, Terry, Mikey, Davey, Timmy, Tommy, Joey, Robbie, Johnny, Brian, Sean, Big Sean, Little Sean, SJ. You don't remember SJ? That's Sean Jr. Yeah, no, he's a SoundCloud rapper now. He goes by SJ. No one bring Julio. You don't remember Julio? Julio, the little Puerto Rican kid from the neighborhood. We adopted him. Hey, let's throw trash on the field. Come on. Like, garbage.
Oh my God. What is going on? We've lost control.
I don't know what happened.
It's off the rails.
All I
It's
know
off
is
the
I think I need to have some of those beers that Jack's having.
Well, let's go out. Let's do some baseball card sharks. This is a very special one. Here are the baseball card shark standings. Kevin in first place, 7-13. Cowboy Jack and myself, we're tied for second. Angelo, Angelo, you had a win last week, right?
I did.
Yes, you did.
I'm slowly making a comeback.
That's right. Don't call it a comeback. All right, here we go. So the baseball card shark rules, we're going to draw 11 cards. 3 go on your bench, 8 on the board. We start from the bottom. We're going to pick a category. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to say home runs because we have a very, very special. Let me get rid of this. Let me add that. Do that. And I'm going to do that. Yeah. So, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
We have a very special cards tonight. We're going to start off with 1980.
Oh,
So we're going to go with 1980 cards. Now, so this is the end of like what it would be the junk wax era would be 1981. So this is the end of like the really collectible cards. So I have a whole set of this minus the Ricky Henderson, and I have a story about that. But
I did have that when I was a kid. I actually pulled that out of a pack in 85 or 86 at a card show, and unfortunately it's gone. Otherwise, I'd be like, here, I'd slide that over to you.
So just on the show, Johnny Bench starts it out. But okay, so who wants to go first? And we're the topic or the category is home runs.
All right.
Who wants to go first?
Cowboy Jack wants it.
I'm swaggering up to
Cowboy?
the plate, boys. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. Let's
You
do it.
you got to put that one button down.
All right, we're going to start out with a Johnny Bench. By the way, these cards are in super good shape. That's why I have them in actually in protectors. Your second one is friend of the show, Reggie Jackson.
Well, now we have two friends here. We have Johnny Bench.
That's right.
Show.
Two friends of the show.
That's an interesting contest.
Soon to be friend of the show. Pete Rose is your next one. Favorite of Cowboy Jack. Another favorite of the Beer Baseball blog and blogcast is George Brett for many reasons.
This game is rigged, Jack.
Bro, double taper George Brett.
This game is rigged.
Willie McCovey,
Nice.
Hall of Famer.
Jeez.
Still playing in 1980 for the Giants.
Cowboy Jack, good luck. That's all I'm saying. Good luck with this board.
Yet another Hall of Famer, Jim Rice.
Yep.
For the Boston Red Sox. For the Padres, Dave Winfield.
Wow.
Star-studded. I told you that tonight was star-studded. A recent Hall of Famer, nicknamed Simba. This is Ted Simmons for the Cardinals. On your bench, get your beers ready for Stormin, Gorman, Thomas.
Wow.
Right.
The Mountain Man.
Now we had there's Willie Mays, who is the kid, right?
Yes.
And so
The
and then there was
The
Say Hey Kid.
Yes.
But then there was Ken Griffey Jr., which was the kid. Well,
Gary Carter.
crazy enough, Gary Carter was called the kid.
Yep.
So Gary Carter here for the Montreal Expos. And on your bench, what a bench this is. Willie Stargell.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Pops. Yeah, Pops.
Who's hit 2 500-foot homers, which are marked at Dodger Stadium.
Yep.
Wow.
Cowboy Jack, you sure you want this board?
I want this board.
Because
I'll
if
tell
not,
you what,
I'll take it on and I'll win it.
Nope. I'll tell you what, it took Disco Machine 2 years to finally outshine the star that is Cowboy Jack Durango, and it took 11 superstars to do it. Let's go.
Go for it.
All right. And by the way, I also want to make mention of this. Not because I'm long in the tooth. I actually have a magnifying glass because some of these point sizes literally are like 1 point size. Yeah. Like I have to like literally look.
I can imagine what that Willie McCovey is.
Oh my God. Like I can't even read it. So in the interest of time, I will say, okay, at this point, Johnny Bench, we're looking at home runs, 332 for Johnny Bench.
Now give me the year one quick time.
This is
1980. What were you doing in 1980, Jack?
Wasn't even born yet, baby. Wasn't even born yet.
Whatever. I was 107.
By the way, that's no excuse. That's with the internet. That's no excuse.
That's a good point.
All right. So Reggie Jackson, higher or lower than 332?
Woo.
Reggie Jackson in 1980, 332 is the number to beat. Gosh, I like this. I like this. Kevin's going to have to think about it. And Michael, I think you know right off the top of your head.
It's really close.
But it's close. I mean, we're throwing darts at this point, right, boys? I'm going to go slightly lower. Oof.
All right.
I think you might be right, but it's going to be really close.
And the answer is higher with 369.
Wow. Ouch.
369.
That is the first
tough
time
one.
that I have legitimately lost on this game. Wow.
And you know what? And I should have known he was higher because he hit his 500th in 84. So that would, I should have figured he had more than 300 and something by that.
All right. Who wants to jump in? Star-studded.
I'll jump in.
All right, Angelo.
On those dive right in.
All right, go for it.
Let's do it. So your first card is Hall of Famer Joe Morgan.
Wow. Good night, Irene.
Also a former Durham Bull, I believe.
Oh,
Oh.
look at that. Nicely done. And
Solid callback.
And are you ready for this? Angelo, you grew up in the Bay Area. Well, you grew up on Barry Bonds. Well, this is his dad.
Oh,
This
no.
is Bobby Bonds.
Wow.
Woo, got good matchup to start right away here.
Yes. All right. So let's do it. Joe Morgan. Oh my God. This is a time that they thank God I have this.
He started playing in like 65, 60, what maybe
63 with the Colt
Jack, you're on
45.
mute. What happened? Okay.
Dude, I'm so excited. I had to scream and I had to mute myself so that nobody heard.
Okay.
So Joe Morgan.
You, so I could hear you in my heart.
Joe Morgan, 213 at this point. I think he only played just a few more years, and then he ended with like the Giants.
He went to the Giants. He was there in like 82, 83.
Yeah, so 213. Bobby Bonds. Bobby Bonds, higher or lower than 213?
I'm going to go higher.
I'm with you on this one.
All right. He has a long history here. You would be right with 321.
Very good.
321. It gets no easier, Angelo.
No, it doesn't.
321 is the number to beat with Pete Rose. Not known for being a home run hitter, but a home run hitter nonetheless. I mean, with all those hits.
Yeah.
So
Pete Rose was 3,000 by now.
Pete Rose was definitely the hit king, but he was certainly not a home run king. So I'll go lower.
All right. So 321. Oh God, thank God I have this microphone. 154.
Good job. Good job.
154.
Because his rookie guard is 63. So, oh my gosh,
So George Brett, higher or lower than 154?
This one's tough because Pete Rose was in the twilight. George Brett's kind of at this point in the middle.
What was that number, Michael?
150.
154.
Oh, wow. This is going to be close.
Who's George Brett's potential opponent on the next line there?
Willie McCovey.
Oh, you're thinking of going to the bench?
You know what? I'm going to go with more than 150.
Okay.
Or 154, whatever it is.
No, I don't know. It's going to be close. He's only played about 5 years at this point.
And you would be wrong. 74.
Wow.
74.
Well, I didn't think it'd be that low.
But you got the furthest. That might be the furthest in this game.
No, I got this.
Oh, bro.
Right.
Also, by the way, these cards are so cool, man.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Like, they're great pictures. Who makes these cards again?
This is Topps.
This is Topps.
This is 1980 Topps.
Yes.
1980. These are pretty hard to get.
And interesting you said that, Jack, because in 81, baseball cards changed because that's when Donruss started and Fleer came back. I think Fleer had previous sets. But 1981 was the era where all of a sudden there were 3 sets every year.
That's why they call it the junk wax era.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because there's just so much product out there.
Yeah, so much product.
And these are worked signatures, right? Like these aren't shoot autographs?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's just they're printed on.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right, Kevin. So your first one.
Do it. George Foster.
Look
at that man. Woo, mean looking man.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Oh man. Oh geez. He's side-eyeing me right now, so you better get this right, Kevin.
And I got his autograph on a baseball. I bought it in at a spring training game.
Right on.
A couple years back.
Who's he facing?
There it is. Steve Garvey. Steve Garvey. Get your beers ready for Robin Yount.
Right.
There you go.
I like that one.
Your last one is a player who just celebrated an anniversary in 1976, where he snatched up the American flag from people that were protesting and going to burn the flag. This is Rick Monday. There you go.
Yeah, very good. I just saw you post the bobblehead last night.
Right. Yeah, I definitely want to make mention of that. So,
gosh.
All
I
right,
was
so
feeling pretty
George
confident
Foster
until I saw Rick Monday.
and 201 home runs. You think that he would have a few more than that, but he
But
actually
remember,
just had a couple
He had a
years. when
50. He had
yeah.
a 50 in there. He was like
They
the only
did.
guy to hit 50 home runs between, I think, Roger Maris and like McGuire, I want to say. That's like a good 25, 30-year stretch. He's the only guy who got 50.
Yep.
So give me that number again. I'm sorry.
It is 201. 201.
201.
Steve Garvey. Steve Garvey. More or less than 201.
I think I'm going to go lower.
Okay. And you would be right. It's 159.
All right.
159 for Steve Garvey.
Alrighty.
Nicely done.
Whew.
So Robin Yount, higher or lower than 159?
So his rookie card is the same year as George Brett, 75, which is the year I celebrated my 100th birthday. So I remember that because I tried to collect the 75 set. Now it's not my birth year. It's the 100th anniversary of my birth year, just to verify. So he's played about 5 years. I think he's going to be lower.
All right. So the number is 159. And you would be right with 34.
Oh, wow.
34.
Okay.
Yep.
But he wasn't a really prolific home run hitter either. All right. I feel a little better now.
Yeah.
That's the one I wasn't going to be sure of.
Rick Monday, higher or lower for the lead?
Fun fact, Jack. Where did Rick Monday go to college? Oh, he's on mute. Oh, yes. You're on mute.
ASU, Arizona State
That's
University.
Right.
Of
Correct,
course.
sir.
Of course.
And if I remember correctly, he is the first ever draft pick in Major League Baseball history when they brought in the draft.
100%.
So he definitely 100% has more home runs than Robin Yount at this point.
All right. So 34 is the number to beat. And you would be correct with 202.
Wow, that's a pretty good number.
202.
Right, 202. Very good.
So you moved up.
Good, solid number.
Kevin taking a commanding lead.
I'm going for it. This is going to happen. I got maybe one. The toughest matchup is Rice versus Winfield. I can tell you that right now. That one I'm like, okay. So Willie McCovey's definitely higher.
Definitely higher.
At the end of his career, he is with 521.
Like I can't even see. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
It's like impossible like to see.
I know his career total is 521, but I don't know what he would have been at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's at 520. That is impressive.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
That is impressive. So either he hit one home run that year or
that's crazy. Or I mean, I might be off on the number too.
That's pretty crazy. So 520, Jim Rice, higher or lower?
Jeez. Definitely lower.
I would say so.
It's definitely lower. I just want to know what the number is.
172.
172.
172.
Okay. This is really tough.
This is really tough.
This is like pretty even here because I think Winfield in the end of his career had more, but I don't know if he did yet. 174?
174. 172.
172. All right. I got to think about this. I think Winfield started later, so I think at this point he's lower. I think he started 73, 74.
134.
Wow.
Woo!
Wow. Dave Winfield, favorite of someone I used to know named Greg Hall.
Oh. But this isn't any easier.
PTSD.
This is actually really tough. This one's really tough.
Yeah.
Kevin.
So
Okay, Kevin.
134 against Simba, Ted Simmons.
This one, I realize I have no idea whatsoever.
So, Kevin, I want you to know,
yes.
Hey, this was a tough road to march down tonight. And
yeah,
there's no shame in going to your bench right now to win it all. It took 4 Mambos before we finally got Mambo number 5. It's okay.
Well, you know what, Jack?
Go to your bench, babe. Go to your bench.
You know what? Give me Willie Stargell and I'll win this right now.
Yes.
You're going to your bench?
And get Willie Stargell. I'm just going to get
all right.
I lose, I can clear the board and be,
Your new number is, oh my God. If I
know it's going to be really high.
461.
There you go. So can you give me that Winfield number again?
134.
Because I was gonna, that's really hard. Because I don't know when Simmons started. I probably would have said higher, but with Stargell, it's obviously lower.
Yep.
So I don't know. Just tell me the number.
The number is 151.
Oh, he was barely higher. I don't know if I would have got that or not. I was leaning higher, but I'd rather just take it safe and win it out.
And Kevin runs the board. Nicely done.
Sure,
Kevin
with
does
assist.
In
For now.
the lead. In the lead.
Remember, this game is rigged. He's up.
There's a lot of baseball to play. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
That's a good board here. What do you
Going
got,
into the
Michael?
clubhouse, Kevin is leading. So my cards are. It's so funny.
Yes.
Davey Lopes.
No, excuse me. That's Dave Lopes.
It's Dave Lopes. But by the way, my friend Emilio, his dad would always get so mad because it's the Lopez. Like he always he made it Lopes. It's actually Lopez. It's so funny.
Yes, of course.
It's so true. But he probably changed his name.
Oh my gosh.
Rod Carew.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Not Ken Griffey Jr., but Ken Griffey Sr.
You did not make this easy for yourself.
I did not.
Dude,
I'm looking like,
was 1980 the best year of baseball ever?
It's pretty good. The Cobra, Dave Parker.
Yeah.
Wow. I challenge you to find a better year.
It's pretty amazing. 79 was actually this whole era, 78, 79, 80 is amazing. We talked about it a couple episodes ago. Keith Hernandez won the MVP in 79. Here's a home run hitter. That's Michael Jack Schmidt.
Yes.
Not Eddie Murphy, but Eddie Murray.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Wow.
Have fun.
And
Have fun, Mongo.
Pudge, Carlton Fisk. On my bench is friend of the show, Mr. Freddie Lynn.
Freddie Lynn.
Nice.
All right.
Good luck, Michael. If you got it.
All right, here we go.
Go for the win. You gotta go all the way. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
So Davey Lopez or Dave Lopes.
Dave Lopes.
Dave Lopes.
David Lopez is 84.
Wow.
84.
Okay.
Actually, this is very tough because Rod Carew is not a home run hitter.
No, he wasn't. Definitely got a lot of hits, and he's at the Angels at this point, so he's got some tenure.
84. Oh my God, I might blow it on this one.
I gotta think about this.
I don't remember him. I think he was one of the players who had like the lowest.
By this point, but I could say by this point he probably had like almost 2,500 hits. He had at least like 2,000 by now. So he has 3,000 in 85. So I don't know.
Well,
I'm not going to say anything. Why am I telling you this? I'm trying to win this.
I know, because you're a baseball enthusiast. That's why.
Yeah, I love Rod Carew.
All right. I'm just gonna go on a limb and say higher because
I think you're okay. I think you're okay.
Okay, so
I think you'll have 100. I think
84.
I think he has 100.
Kevin wins 77.
What? Wow.
77.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I totally thought I would have missed that.
I almost kind of knew that he didn't. He was like one of the lowest of all time.
But that's crazy. Like, that's not even 10 home runs a year. Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's insane.
Wow.
Nicely done, Kevin. You win. So
well done, Kev.
Thank you.
Well done.
Give the baby his bottle.
Don't worry. I have a good bottle here. 10.4%, and this is my second one. So
it was a win on the 2-year anniversary of the show for the 200-year-old. So
that's right.
Exactly. That's an unfair advantage right there.
That's right.
I'm being generous.
Yes, you are. You're like, oh, look at me. I did 104 weeks in a row or something. Try doing things for 104 years in a row, then you're on my level. All right?
Well, wait, what?
What?
We have another call. All right.
Oh.
Here we are in Yankee Stadium. It's 1956, and Don Larson is right in the middle of pitching the first perfect game in World Series history. He calls Yogi Berra out to the mound. Yogi comes out and says, "What's the matter, Don?" He says, "Yogi, you want to do me a favor? Would you button up your fly? I'm getting mixed signals." Guy hails a cab. He gets in the back seat. He says, "Driver, have you got room in the front for a pizza and 2 6-packs?" The driver says, sure. The guy goes, bleh. Guys walk along and see the sign, talking dog, $5,000. Well, he wants to get it, so he goes in and tells the guy, look, $5,000 for a talking dog is a lot of money, but I'd like to have them, but I'd like a demonstration. The guy says, no problem. Fido, what's on top of a house? The dog goes, the roof. What do you think, I'm stupid? Forget it. No, there's more to the demonstration. Fido, what's it feel like when you sit on sandpaper? And the dog goes, rough. Do you think, how stupid do you think I am? I'm out of here. I'm done. He's, wait, my friend. The demonstration has not concluded. Fido, who was the greatest Yankee ball player of all time? The dog goes, Ruth. Bafangul, I'm done. I am out of here. And the guy leaves. After the guy leaves, the dog turns to the owner and says, who was it? Fucking DiMaggio? Hello, this is Jackie the Joke Man. You know how much I love it when you use your finger. Oh, that's not what this is. This is for the boys from Beer Baseball Blogcast. I don't know if you can use this for promo. Hello, friends. You're watching the Beer Blogfest Baseball Boo-ha-ha. Whatever it is, I hope you're enjoying it, because it's certainly fun to be talking to these fellows. Michael Mondragon and all the little dragons that he's dragging along behind him. I don't know. All I got to tell you guys, I don't know if you know, I'm on TikTok now, tiktok.com/@Jackie Martling, and it's all jokes clean enough for radio. So have a little fun with that. I'll tell you, I'll leave you with a couple. I had a friend that worked for Yogi Berra. He did the videos for Yogi's Hall of Fame spot and for Yogi's website when they were both still alive. My friend's dead now too. But in the course of working for him, Yogi said 3 things that aren't on record anywhere because they were actual yogis that Yogi said to this guy while they're working together. He said, Cher was pretty good in that Moonstruck movie. Yeah, I think she got the Golden Glove for that. And speaking of Don Larson, when Don was pitching that perfect game that day at the stadium, it was quiet as a pin. And he said, Slaughter, he played 17 seasons. I don't know how he did it. He smoked like a fish. Congratulations on the 2-year anniversary of the Beer Baseball Blogcast, you guys. Congratulations, seriously. Go to my TikTok. You can steal any of those jokes. You can use any of my stuff anytime. I appreciate it. And I don't know where you guys are located, but I'm at the Brokerage on April 30th. So come and bring everybody you ever met. You owe me. The Brokerage in Belmore with Peter Bales, 7 p.m. Saturday night, April 30th. And I don't know what else to tell you. A girl calls the doctor. She says, Doc, I got diarrhea. Can I take a bath? He says, if you got enough. Happy birthday to... Oh, no, it's not happy birthday. It's not 922 wine. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, Mondragon. I'm sorry, Mondragon. Mondragon. Wow.
Oh my God. My favorite part is plugging his stuff.
Of course.
That's my all-time favorite.
That's why I made the joke of Michael. That's like our inside joke why I plugged this.
Kevin, when you plug the joke line, you got to remember tiktok.com.
I know.
@Jackie Martling.
Whatever.
Steal any of his jokes that he's stolen from others.
We can have all those.
All of them.
I mean, we paid for 2 cameos and he told 2 jokes both years. I was probably more than that.
Yeah. Bro.
I was keeping track in the chat. I'm like, there's 1 last year, there's 2.
K5, brother.
Oh,
that was a legitimate video call from Jackie Martling.
No, it's
plugging
you know what?
at the whatever.
I don't.
But that's why I told him. That's why I told Michael. I was like, if you get a Jackie one, we got to make fun of him.
Dude, I don't care. That was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And brother, he at the end he goes, Mondragon. like
what a
how
gem.
do you?
What a gem. What a gem.
Oh, I love Jackie. I hope Jackie goes out west so I can see him.
Yeah.
There may not be much time left. For me, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't mean for him.
Yes.
For me.
All right, so let's end this off with a bang. We're gonna do some baseball trivia. Yes, we always ended off with baseball trivia. Let us know in the chat what your answers are. We're gonna test your knowledge of baseball. Yes, yeah, Ed says it best. A national treasure.
Yes, definitely
And
my heart.
There was an option that you actually can pay him a little bit extra, and he'll actually make him shorter. The actual.
Bravo.
All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Please get in on it. We need to bump this algorithm. Let's make this. Let's go from 400 to 1 million strong in one night. Let's do this. Yes. All right.
We need some Russian
This
bots.
Hall of Famer had only 104. That is the episode number. Total career hits. Who is he? We're gonna give you 4 choices. Is it Randy Johnson? Yes, the batter, Randy Johnson. Sparky Anderson? Yes, the batter, Nolan Ryan. Or Tony La Russa, who was a player at one time. So please guess during this little intermission.
Please help.
Let's hear it in the chat. Who do you think it is?
Send help, please.
104 career hits.
All right, hang on. I need to write down this right here.
Oh, Mike Moss going with Nolan Ryan.
I'm gonna do my little light. My put in my card.
Tony La Russa getting a vote. Ian going with Sparky Anderson. Bubble Pung going with Tony La Russa as well. Randy Johnson.
Oh, I love it. We have everybody represented here. All right.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to start with Angelo. Who do you got?
Okay. Only because I'm hoping that this answer segues into a phone call.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Got me.
One of my favorite players of all time, Randy Johnson, the big unit.
Oh, awesome. And yeah, that I was gonna say for Sparky Anderson, we might have to. That would be an awesome one to get, right?
That would have been awesome.
Please go to the chat. There's a great answer. There's something great in the chat. You need.
I was gonna make mention of that if anybody brings it up, definitely.
All right.
Kevin, who's yours?
I picked Jackie Martling.
Jackie never had any hits. Come on.
He's sure hitting some here on the blog. All right.
He did.
You know, I did that and hope you give me the buzzer. That's the reason why I really did that. I wanted the buzzer. Thank you.
Jackie Martling had 2 hits and he's been living off them for years.
Yeah. Like, hot dog and donuts.
Yeah. Woo! Oh, shoot. I was going to say Randy Johnson as well. So I feel like I should. You know what? No, because, I don't think it's Nolan Ryan because he would have played in baseball before the DH. And he played mostly American League of the Angels and the Rangers. So I think he would have more than 104 hits. Sparky, I have no idea how long he played. Totally the Russo, I don't know how long they played. So I'll go Randy Johnson because he's the only time batting would have been with the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, Randy Johnson was actually a pretty solid hitter. Cowboy Jack.
Oh, I don't know.
Man, I got to tell you, this is a tough one, but I'm going with the obvious answer, Sparky Plug Anderson.
And there's a great one. Mike had one. Nolan got that many in.
That's why I was hoping to bring up.
That's exactly. But none of those counted, but they counted with all of us for sure.
Yes, they did.
Well, the answer is the only this Hall of Famer had only 104 career hits. Who is he? It is Sparky Anderson.
Oh, it's Sparky.
Yes, with 104. Nolan Ryan had 94 hits.
Wow.
Randy Johnson, 78.
Wow.
Tony La Russa, Hall of Fame manager, but only 35 hits as a regular player.
Goodness. Wow.
Well, and like interesting fact about Sparky Anderson, he was a 27-year-old manager. I mean, if you can't tell by the picture, he lived a hard life, but that's brother at 27 years old.
There you go.
All right, question number
great
2.
Card, by the way. Great card.
Yeah, I love this
I
one.
think is that 77? No, 78, right?
78, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great card.
All right. These 2 Hall of Famers, so we're selecting 2. These 2 Hall of Famers have exactly 104 stolen bases.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
That's right. You got to name them. So you have to pick one of these 2 out of these 4. Paul Wainer, Bullet Rogan, Lou Gehrig, or Judd Wilson. And Judd Wilson was not in any John Hughes movies.
Shoot, why did I throw my card?
And he also wasn't in Taxi. That was Judd Hirsch.
Go in my notes now. It's upsetting me.
Thunder Files going with 2 and 3. Bullet Rogan. I mean, what a great name. So these are Hall of Famers.
Those are good guesses. That's actually going to be my guess. Also, Ian went with that, so I'll go.
Oh, everyone's going to.
Yeah, so I'll go Bullet. Don't call me Seth Rogen. And
thank you for saying Seth and not Joe. I appreciate that. I was gonna say Bullet Bob Rogan if I pick him, and I don't know if I picked him yet. I'm still thinking about it.
It's pronounced Hoish.
Hoish. All right, so Angelo, who'd you pick?
2 and 3.
Bullet Rogan and Lou Gehrig. All right. To be different, let me go with Paul Wainer and Judd Flip Wilson.
Oh, Flip Wilson!
Wow,
you're a big Geraldine fan, I know.
Yes, of course. I think Lou Gehrig played too long to get only 104 stolen bases, but hey, who am I? Oh, everyone's saying 2 and 3. Wow,
bro, this is a weird.
There's no love for Judd Wilson.
I'm gonna stick with it, dude. I went number 4, Judd the Stud Wilson.
Yes.
And number 1, Paul. Don't call me Wiener.
Oh my gosh, Jack, you and I agree on something. This is a first. It took 104 weeks, but we agree.
The mega powers unite, dude.
You come to judge. That's right. That's right.
Yep.
And actually, there's a funny Flip Wilson thing. I'm laughing. He was dressed up as Shirley Temple, and he goes, I'm Shirley Temple Black, because Shirley Temple married a guy, and her name was her hyphenated name was Black, so it's Shirley Temple Black.
Yep. Very good.
Fantastic humor that you could not. It's legacy humor. Let's say the least.
Yes, sir. I know what you're talking about. I knew you were going on that one. I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. Good old Flip Wilson. I love Flip.
Flip Wilson is amazing. And he has some great. He also had some great Stern appearances at the end as well. So some fun stuff. All right. So the answer is, drum roll.
Oh.
It is Paul Wainer and Judd.
Yeah,
Wilson.
Cowboy Jack. The mega powers. Yeah. Cowboy Jack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
Well done.
Well done.
Great job.
Awesome. So that is trivia. That is our show for tonight. 2 years. Can you believe it, guys? How we've done it for this long. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
2 years straight. You've been here.
Yes.
You, Michael, you've been here. I've missed some. Kevin's missed some. Angelo's missed some.
I missed like one episode.
Well, you missed some then, champ. You've been here for 104 straight, Michael. You're the extreme moderator. You're the extreme curator. You're the host with the most. Thank you so much for building this universe for us.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
This one's for you, dude.
There you go. Yeah. Ian says I thought we just picked the ones that didn't have 104.
Oh,
that's great.
Bullet Rogan had 106. Paul Wainer, Judd Wilson 104, and Lou Gehrig 102. So there you go. So stolen bases going the way of the dodo in general. Yeah, thank you so much for everybody joining. Really quickly, if you'd like to become a supporter and support everything that we're doing here at the Beer Baseball blog, check out our Patreon page. Become a Patreon supporter. You can go to our Etsy page, support us with stickers, buttons, beer coasters, and go to beerbaseball.store. Here's where we are on social media. Go follow us. Go spread the word. We're doing some fun stuff here. We've done it for 2 straight years. Are we slowing down, guys, at all? We're not, right?
I feel like we just hit another gear, baby. We're going faster.
Are we going 3 out? Are we doing an after show? What's happening?
Yes, exactly. We might have special Patreon access to the backstage.
No. Oh, no.
Behind the velvet rope.
We don't need that, brother. Kayfabe.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Ed is an athletic supporter for sure. David, thank you so much. We appreciate Mike. Thank you. It's super humbling that people are really into this, and we again, it's just us flexing our stupid baseball, craft beer, and pop culture knowledge, and we're so privileged that you guys care about this. So thank you so much. Angelo, did you have anything that you wanted to put out there?
Yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in this Saturday for another edition of Beer and Break. I've been watching a lot of repack videos on YouTube. So for the first time on the show, I'll be opening up a repack. This is the Boomstick repack. So there's a assorted 12 to 15 cards in here, plus one PSA graded card, either 10, 9, or 8. So I'll be opening that up this Saturday along with the bonus pack. So tune in, Beer and Break, 9 a.m. Saturday for the premiere. So thank you guys again. 2 years strong. We'd be doing this. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys, but in reality, we would be, because this is literally just us coming together on a Tuesday night to chat. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the support. And here's to 2 more.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Kevin.
Yes. Oh, okay. I'm on the spot here. I was literally digging through my box, and my gosh, it's noisy. I have a very loud mic. Thank you, Michael Mondragon. So I just pulled this out. I think this is 89 tops. It's 89 tops. I'm gonna keep going with the hanger packs. This was purchased for $1.29. It's something called Cernet, Sernett, originally. Anyone knows what Cernet is? I have no idea. It's probably some Midwestern or Eastern chain, I'm assuming. I'm already going to be taking a drink because look at this. I got Mark Clear right away. I have Joe Orslack. Oh, friend of the show. Jose Canseco All-Star card. I have Ricky Jordan, Les Lancaster, and Zane Smith on the back. What's in the rest? We shall see. It's 42 picture cards plus 1 special card, which is Jose Canseco, because we know he is special. And with that, I'll be drinking a Smog City 11th anniversary IPA.
Oh, you got one of those. Nice.
Yes, I did, sir.
Fantastic.
And that'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific. And Cowboy Jack, I don't know the time yet, but tell us about Sunday. You already put it out there, but remind the folk.
Sunday on Instagram, I want you to tune in and check us out. I'm going to be taking you on a very deep dive into Mr. Ford C. Frick. And Kevin, no hashtag doing the research. I want you to only react this week, my brother.
Okay. Fine.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it. Yes.
Because I hope to be at a brewery in LA for the occasion, because I'm going to be going Sunday to Pro Wrestling Gorilla at 6:00. So it'll be Sunday afternoon. I'm hoping to go to Homebound Brew House in downtown LA. I'm hoping to do it there. I don't know for sure. I got to figure that all out once I get up there.
Well,
tune in Sunday afternoon.
I want you to hear this for the first time and just react, because it's a wild story.
Did you just throw your pencil?
Yes. Is that a time cue?
So before I go, I want to say thanks to Jennifer, Cash, Liam Brown, Mr. Excitement, Eddie, Scott, Top Gun, Punk Skunk, Belfry Bats, Rachel Elnar, Poor Decisions, Dave Shalise, Andrew, Nikki, Ian, Matt Sinister, Thunder Files, and our MVP, Bubble Pug. You guys have been there for a long time for us. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Boys, I'd be remiss if I let the 2-year anniversary pass and not tell you guys that I love you.
Hey, thank you. There's a lot of love in the room. Love you guys. love you who watch us. We will be back next week, episode 105 of the Beer Baseball Blogcast. We're done for tonight. We're done for tonight. But definitely check us out. And thank you. Spread the word. We appreciate all the love. This is a labor of love, but you guys make it all so special. So we'll see you next week with another Beer Baseball Blogcast. Good night, everyone. Take care.